participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. And the Cowboys will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Horned Frogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time ball.
Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. Hits the afterburners. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air. It's Gibbs. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They didn't have to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute, you want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Here's the pressure. And down he goes back at the 3.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some outbreaking routes. We're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you've got to be somebody who creates separation.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Freeman. Punts it out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab on the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, for these 2 teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against...
Turning it on! They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Horned Frogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to... And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Freeman. Does a short pass to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. Right on the money. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Tosses it incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll start this drive going to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Completes it in the middle. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Motion from the wideout. Using his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Pulls it in, it's Carter. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Ellington. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. A quick pass to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Freeman. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'll run this play from the pistol. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass incomplete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He leaves it with his back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Gibbs. Lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, TCU.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Little touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pugh. The Cowboys want to move quickly.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll more the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He wants to throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Pugh. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Freeman. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
No, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And this one is perfect.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fighting off the defender. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pugh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Pugh. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Freeman. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he holds it in inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the single back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Balls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Cowboys didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The #1 rule for any offense, gentlemen, protect your quarterback. When you do, good things happen.
And the #1 rule for a defense is to affect the quarterback, or bad things happen to you. Didn't affect the quarterback. Too much time, too clean. You're supposed to frazzle them. You're supposed to find a way to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't have time, so they rush their thought process. That wasn't it.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. He'll start this drive firing. He's got him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how...
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man, it's Freeman. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. This time he's got it. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Just going to keep it after the snap. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Cowboys started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Freeman. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And some room to work. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Wants to throw. It's Freeman. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Dances away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Dropping back, it's Gibbs. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Freeman. Hauls it in. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. A much-needed play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Freeman. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Got his man in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.